Hello, everyone. It's Joe. Thank you for tuning in. We got a new season getting ready to start. And of course, as you see there, we also have a new 5-star with no 3-star accompanying it, which is pretty interesting to say the least. I was able to start things off at a 2-2-2 spread, thanks to a very pretty high Howard the Duck. And I'll use this time, of course, to lament that you got somebody that feeds them. Kind of stinks that, you can't favorite him. It's tough to get Howard covers, but I get him to 370. That'll be the second limited that I get up to 370. The first one, of course, being Devil Dinosaur. I think Taskmaster is going to be a long way, along with Spider Ham as well. So, that being said, it is the start of the new season. I already have both the new 4-star Daredevil fully champed, and I have the new 5-star Hobgoblin champed as well. So, do I need to open some packs? No. But I need two things. I need more command points for when the 5-star Howard the Duck store opens next week. And as you see there, with those 1,200 hero point 10 pull vaults going on, I'm at a deficit here for hero points. So, I got 100 legendary tokens. We're opening them all. We're leveling everybody. Let's see what we can do here. Now, this is going to go fast, of course, but I am going to go ahead and level everyone up on the channel here so you can see how much I get from the 100 pull here. Now, I think I'm just going to do the 100. If I get any extra latest legendaries, I'm going to sit on them. Let's just keep this a nice round number in the title there at 100. Be sure to check out as I'm doing this. Pie McLeod has been... I'm going to let that run. Pie McLeod has been doing a lot more stuff lately, of course. I got another guy out here, Neophyte 1983. He has a channel where he did his pack opening as well. I love seeing him doing his version of Marvel Puzzle Quest, not on the phone, but on his computer, his PC, his Apple laptop, what have you. I still have it installed on mine from that time a little whiles back when the app was down for Android users. Now, before I open up the next 50, I want to double check to see where I am with Melinda. Now, we got enough to get her to 370, so for the next 50, we need to switch who our favorited person is. Again, sadly, not Howard the Duck. She-Hulk it is. Perfect. And like I said, as part of this video, we are going to level everyone up here. Now again, we're going to mostly see a lot of 4s and 5s getting leveled up, of course, with this. That's what we get out of latest legendaries. But my 1-star end of things is such a disaster. I'm building multiple from scratch 1-stars. So that I could start folding them into each other to start building them up. For 2s, of course, I'm not going to... I was already in the middle of getting 2-stars ascended, so I do have a bunch of 2-stars that are at 370, if not higher. So I'm going to work on building up some new 2-stars. Once I get that taken care of, we're going to add another 2-star and start folding them all into each other. 3-stars, I'm already in the situation of I get 1 to 266, and then I work on getting the second one to 266. I'm close on 3-star Peggy, and that is going to be our next one that we get taken care of here. So again, it is going to be just a little bit because I got to update the spreadsheet as we do all this. And we're getting close here. We're 4 covers away to start working on our next 5-star fully champed. I think it's going to be Shang-Chi. Again, that's someone that I use quite a bit in PvP. I haven't gone over to the other metas that other folks have had. I like my tried and true. And of course, if I have somebody boosted the other week, when Agent Coulson, of all things, was boosted, I was able to pair him with my 550 Kang and do pretty good, if I do say so myself, in regards to the PvP there. But like I said, we're just going to run through everyone here, get a nice little look at my roster to see where folks are. in the grand scheme of things. And at this point, you know, obviously you need 4 covers to move everyone up a level, so that does take a little bit to get folks where they need to be. I don't spread out my favoriting too much. I do have my favoriting on supports spread across, you know, the ones that everybody uses now, Fantastic Car and the Leapfrog. If we can get those up higher, I think I have them both at 3-star currently. But obviously we want to get those higher and higher so they're a little bit more effective. That's how I combat. You know, I use the same support that everybody else uses, but I use my tried and true until they get completely taken out. Every time a new character comes in, you know, I see people saying like, oh, the new 5-star Howard the Duck is going to take care of Chasm. And, I don't know, Skip takes care of Chasm for me. You know, that's just a time constraint. I don't like to spend a ton of time on a daily basis with Marvel Puzzle Quest. I play it when I can, in between things. So again, to sit there and fight with a Chasm battle just for that one bit of points really isn't worth my time. Maybe it is for you. I don't play a ton of other games. The only other thing that I really play are Pokemon Go and Pokemon Pocket, and even Pokemon Pocket isn't that much. Typically, I do my 2 packs a day, play a match or 2, unless there is a event going on. I like to try to get some of those special cards. Not a lot of leveling up, but you could see I'm already up a ton of hero points from where I'd started. The plus and the minus of being at that high of a level. I know a little whiles back, I had gotten under that 10 million ISO, and I was like sweating. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And I'm like, it's going to be a long time before I'm ever not in a deficit for ISO there, I'm feeling. And again, I pronounce it ISO, not ESO. If you pronounce it ESO, we need to have a conversation. I got a chance to commiserate with some of the guys from Puzzle Warriors 3 podcast this weekend. It was good to catch up with Ray and Ian. Got to talk a little Marvel Puzzle Quest with them, but obviously they were more concerned about commiserating with everyone else and playing poker. I like to play, but I'm not very good at it, as I was by far the first one out. Okay, so here's our first 5-star person. Let's see how jacked up they get. Not too bad. 3 extra covers. And of course, we got the new season starting today. I dumped 150 hero points there, of course. I always get the season stuff. I like doing the rewards. I like getting a chance to mix up who I'm using to get those different rewards. And you had to use like Black Knight the other day, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever used Black Knight outside of his PvP or like when he's mandatory or whatever it is. Speaking of which, I said Black Knight, Black King this upcoming Monday is debuting in the Crash of the Titans and the Deadpool Daily. And this is the first new one that we've gotten in quite some time, just the way that the structure works, that they have to go through the PvE, I think 2 or 3 times. I think it's 3 times before they can get entered into the crashes. And here we are, Black King, a character that was introduced to the game. And I could look because I got my spreadsheet here. We'll take a break just to kind of fill things up. He was a character who was introduced into the game in March of 2024. And he is now just getting into the Crash of the Titans. That's how that schedule works, and that's how many 4-stars there are in the game. And it takes that long to get around to putting the new ones in. But I have no idea who his opponent would even be. If you're watching, you're listening, you have speculation on who that could be, leave it in the comments, of course. Speaking of the comments, we ended up picking up somebody new in the Alliance. They did a great job with the boss battle. They've been putting up some good numbers in PvP. We're not really a PvP alliance, but it's always good to see some folks getting in there. It's always nice even just to participate, get like that one hit, even get the 3 hits if you can against jobber teams, what I call them with my wrestling brain. And you get like that 100 points, and at least you'll get those rewards, which is usually like an elite token or 2 when it ends. But I'm just happy everyone plays at least once a day. That's really all I'm looking for. Very casual alliance. Doing these videos typically is like the most I am in the game in any one stretch of time, because doing the video, grabbing the video, and all that sort of jazz. One day I'll do them like Pi does, where you get to see my beautiful face here while I'm doing them, but that's going to be a long ways away. I'm still dealing with our changeover on the podcast over to StreamYard, which is a whole thing. But we're dealing. We're getting toward the bottom of the 4s here that are ascended. So shortly we're going to go ahead and look at the rest of the bottom of the things here. And like I said, any latest legendaries that I pick up here, we're just going to hold on till next time. I'm not watching the clock, but of course this already feels like a long video. 5 covers there. Cool. I haven't gotten a chance to really tool around with Hobgoblin just yet, but anyone who puts out countdown tokens is good for me, who I pair with my 550 Kang. Always a plus. So let's get her leveled. She's 370. I did not get any covers for her a little whiles back when I had Cosmo favorited. And I finally got a Cosmo cover. I had a wild amount of shards for him. Just like you see there, I got enough to do at least 3 covers for her when I get them. But I need that 1 cover because you cannot recruit somebody at this point with just shards. Which I guess is good and bad. And let's start working on She-Hulk. Already up. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, and we go back up to the top of the list. I like that 5-star She-Hulk, but she and 5-star Immortal Hulk are just health pack devourers. And health packs are at a premium, you know? I don't want to spend money on them. I usually wait whenever the bottom of the list of 3 stars come through, and then I dump all of my taco tokens there. And I usually end up getting up to about 80, 90 or so, and then I just burn through them. It's like when I have them, I can play the game a little bit more loosey-goosey, take some chances with some different teams, let some folks fall by the wayside. I'm like, oh, I got enough. We're okay. Did we get Okoye up? Nope. Alright. The rosters are so big now, I used to have a better idea of when I would hit something. And I would know those shards. I'm like, oh, I got a level from that. Now your guess is as good as mine. And that's why we're doing this. Like I said, these are some of the middle-of-the-road folks. High-end 4 stars, not champed, or not ascended yet, rather. My apologies. I got 3 stars higher than these guys, you know? Oh, and you know what? I'm going to show you when I'm done here, too, as I see that 4-star Dr. Doom, because I think I'm in for a cover on him today for the daily resupply. I'll just show you how that looks, and you'll know why I'm going to show you. I might just level these people up and then go reassess the spreadsheet when I'm done. so I'm not eating up all of your times, folks. And of course, I'm appreciating you guys watching this. I'm not trying to get any sort of watch hours up. I'm not that sort of person. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch these videos. This one I am going to move up. A little tougher for a 5-star to worry about. The aforementioned Black Knight, I'm pretty sure 325. Black King. Black Knight, but you know what I mean. Black King. I'm sure that'll be plenty for his crash come Monday. And I'm sure Pi will have a video up describing best scenarios and so forth to take him on. And I'm glad that I already have him champed, because I got one cover for him. Ooh. And it looks like we'll be able to move him up the chain today. I'm not going to do it on that video, but I'm going to make a little note for myself, because we just need to take him off the list. We're going to come back and ascend him later. And let's look at Blob. We got one, 2 covers for him. We're going to do Blob today as well. That is awesome. I might go ahead and ascend those 2 while we're on the video today. If we get Reptile, nah, just 1. That's okay. And what do we get? Is yellow. Cool. And as you see here, we're at the bottom. These are the dupes we're working on. What a terrible spread that is. Oh my goodness. What it is, what it is. It's how the covers lay. It's not as bad when it's a 4-star, you know. Sometimes the 4-star covers are a little harder to come by. When it's a 2 or a 3 and you're just pulling everything but the cover you need, it's so frustrating. Here, I've just gotten, that's my first actual black cover for her. The other one I got from Shards from the boss event. Having her as a mandatory person. I like that we don't have the heroics anymore. Speaking of Cosmo. Let's get him up. That's his yellow. Last but not least, Morbius. No black cover, but that's quite alright as well when we're just building the dupe. No big deal. So, the last thing, well, the last 2 things we're going to do here is we're going to go and ascend those 2 folks like I mentioned. I can spell, I promise. Oh, that's right, I have to promote them. Fold them in. And we'll move him up the sheet. And then Blob is next. Ascend. You. And again, always do that 271. I did learn that from Pi on his channel with a 3-star or a 4-star. Get that one that you're about to ascend up for that 1 extra latest legendary. So I ended up getting 5,700 hero points. I ended up getting 8 more latest legendaries. I wasn't keeping track of how much command points I got, but that's okay. Because, as you see here with my resupply, we are coming up on my 11th anniversary. I think it's day 415 or 413, somewhere in there is the actual 11th anniversary. I've been playing longer than that, but there was a couple days early on where I had a much worse phone, and there would be days where I wouldn't play. I went on a trip last year where I had no service out of the country, so I couldn't play there either. But 11 years, over 11 years playing this game, which is crazy to think about. But again, I will be back here in a week or so when the 5-Star Howard store opens up. Of course, as always, thank you very much for watching. Check out all those other folks that I mentioned through the course of this video, and see you next time.